and nsɛmsi a wobɛnya mu ntire mu
abusuafo someone himself say ba US deportation ho nsɛm no news and I say update bia no your first to watch TV I say na obenya ha sa asɛm ni si aha na obenya mu mu na mafo busa say Donald Trump the deportation ho nsɛm no kɔsɛn aden to nsuo ma na isan say wo hwɛ the way na start here na na ase ɛkɔfom. The answer is yes and no. I'll give you the reason why I answer yes and no. And also, there's a report be about Bontin said the city of Accra, if you say I cry, I cry and pa. I'm not telling them about one omu team show. Yes, the whole of Africa. Imagine the cities of Africa. Yes, so baby, omu dying, omu rent board, ding pa Accra ne toso enum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, na city ben edikan. Enye easy o. And then that would catch me am show me a subscribe button so we are now the comments about video na see ehia ye pa. Yenko piemu ewo US. Na Donald Trump eba no ka say me or say obe deport millions of people. In fact, the biggest and I said the largest deportation ever. And odeba. Osa to aso say ono no meye catch and release. So watch man for no say release your mo. Onye bi da. But guess what? And then Donald Trump in some okay yes millions of people are about to deport you no. Looks like one real emblem catch and release now na be koso. It's a report about say ICE for what say omo chichichi immigrants no. You see baby immigrants no bet now bet down. Baby e be detain omo no. E ho swa. E nti no yes, so more ye chomo bebre immigrants ye chomo bebre no. Ye say jai bebre amama sa ko US. Hey, now Donald Trump nsɛm bi okeka ye about a year deportation ho say onye a year catch and release no. And NBC news omuchire mu a any Donald Trump o catch and release no. And you wugu so ate say oh yeah. So it looks like probably deportation no one sha na to so and this probably is good news to Ghanaians. Me a Ghanaian into me from me crew me kind. It's good news to Ghanaians. I know very soon baby na be start here kwadwuma esan say ice baby omo detain man for say about 41,000 beds ya no ipa na omo chi omo no omo project ya no there be ebe broso yentimi. So in the third week after say Donald Trump see so no even say we dey ade for over let's say a little over 2 weeks third week muchima catch and release na ekoso bebre na ye chi omo no yes I jai omo amama ko street ne so na yes emra wo ho they are lost deportation ho mra no edos bebre yes bia wo chi ni pakro na ade chi ya no deport ne so ne ko ne kro there be wo se fa process so ekro bo won mo de omo se omo nkrofo ya chi omo no anya ade a omo beju omo when that happens I see option be as obey detainee sankrofo no and emra bebre including this particular act I say a man who can say ice and detain man for forever and I say indefinitely omonim da ombeja omama ko mukrum so krona omokoso no so mo empanifo njintu mu a or say ice e detain omo and that is indefinitely emra bebre so embene so sa. So now what is happening is ice sha almost show the process is ye chi di papa ko bi o se famu ansa na ye jano no 41,000 beds now mo woni de no ebeboro so catch and release no yes e cost e wo US yenti ensema e cost we.
I will end the practice of catch and release.
Eti Donald Trump obabedi ade ne semo kan no o se wono no obe end the practice of catch and release ono wo chewa wa chew unsa nyawo ni mum and some of Kayano, Debbie, with me say, Nina, Amen.
You heard it there. Donald Trump vowed to end catch and release. But now, in week 3 of his presidency, NBC News is learning that some of the thousands of migrants arrested under Donald Trump's orders have already been released back into the U.S. Joining us now, NBC News Homeland Security correspondent, Julie.
And all kind of NBC4 almost say, some of Donald Trump can't say catch and release, no, Nadia. It looks like is say some of the immigrants are no. Yes, I do back to US. ICE for AJI.
Ainsley, what's up with that, Julia?
Well, Katie, it's because they had the same amount of space they did in the prior administration. So if they just have about 41,000 beds through ICE detention nationwide, a lot of the people they're arresting aren't actually able to be detained until deportation. And some of them are from countries that won't take them back. And federal court orders prevent ICE from holding them indefinitely. That wasn't part of the caveats next to we're going to end catch and release.
You know what, Carol? I say ICE for it looks like preparation is not. Man, you're ready. For this millions of deportations, Biden, the time show number of beds or more space nature as a provision, and one on the Donald Trump, the deportation, huge deportation, and it will not work. So ICE only option be as Nepal, mature mono. They can't detain them. Those thousands of people are they can't detain them. It is a jai or more, but it looks like a Jawa uncle sao. There are ways how monitor your ankle monitor. You want to show a from phone so and want to show a more cock say ja no has no about betina. But my actual will no. That's how Muko fee and deport you more because ICE cannot contain them in their facility. So 41,000 beds, it cannot contain that millions of people are. Donald Trump a project here say obey deportation mono. They can't. I don't know why. I don't know say preparations and cost the Trump preparations for millions of deportations. Let me say and shut down koye. So now the catch and release is going on. A lot of people are going home from the ICE center.
How many people they arrest every day. What we're finding out now is that arrests don't necessarily equal deportations. In fact, most of the people who've been deported so far were arrested and detained under the Biden administration. So these people, many of them have just been released back into their communities on ankle monitors where they're able to be tracked as they go through the immigration process, and then they could potentially be picked up later for deportation if there's space. But
and some by way can say a day, almost me, actually, nipa be 800, 900, sometimes 1,000, yeah. It's a yes, if you are more, and you are say a deport more, you can't detain you more. A big crack of lawyers, immigration lawyers near the didn't deportation. Who says some yes, a chew be near the neighbor. No, Bekaya, a new foreign minister, a blacker, or say 156, and a White House, a Chima Ghana for what you say, or more, you be do myself, I'm more, you deport you more. And no crown or see a move 40 pe and I am ready. That is all more Macano looks like they have immigration lawyers and all that. So deportation won't say something, it takes time. So thousands and thousands of people are they be a mono. Imagine every day a 1,000 in a month, about 30,000 people. Facilities in so a war a ice hoist to say or more beds in a 41,000 beds. In the heaven number call. It's 2 months crown. I think minimum way for 2 months. 60,000 people, they can't contain them. And it's nay, baby na ye jaromo amomako. It's this man or say undocumented migrants arrested during ICE raids are being released on also summer okay any.
A spokesman for ICE confirmed today that of the more than 8,000 migrants that have been rounded up in immigration raids in the last week or so, the majority of them have been released back into the country. They would not give a firm number, but stated they're only focusing on those individuals who are now deemed a public safety threat.
And to then some of Papa came, I just said, and one NBC News for so on the 2 journal. Or say ICE in penny for back, they are to say about 8,000 people are mature mono. They say jai bibri amomoko. It's an say baby omo bedana ayasem. They say omo focus pa ye people are omo ye public threat. They say omo bit ma public like omo ebi kunipa ombokrono. People are omo of public threats, and I say omo ye would differ pa and ICE for no ebe chomo. You know a lot of people are just say buy say ya chomo no. According to Sma Papa ICE for penny for so back to US.
Majority of the migrants that have been captured or arrested by ICE during these raids have been re-released back into the United States. Now, I fully support this. These were productive members of society. These were people who were just out doing their job, and they were rounded up for no other reason than their skin looked different than mine.
And okay, or say, oh, of course, we're immigrant. Name oh, born a home wedding. This is Ghana for Charlie. Ghana for where you was. You more young. Some people from Mexico need to say Colombia and so no more dofu near the other. This is more can I say, the ice, or so say, or more Jaman for say, what was on my general say, ah, before your chum, we see dear to say, you bet illegal immigrants, dear Charlie. You bet hard working immigrants, no. When you're criminal, name quite fast so no illegal only documents. And so Grunuma one, a Juma or Bono, and Yasem Ketwa, or Boy Juma Crachembruni. So this particular news, I think is good news to Ghanaians in the US. For now, according to this man and NBC News, almost say ICE for say no. Catch and release koso. Also mujai bibiri. Omudi echira. Nipo mbe chiomono. They will arrest all those hard-working immigrants.
Now, all of that being said, this goes back to what I've been saying all along. The exact reason they were released is because there's not enough beds for them in the United States. We only have 41,500 spaces for detainees. And federal law, all the way up to the Supreme Court, says we cannot detain them indefinitely. And whether or not Trump wants it to happen.
So as NBC for Kayana, the same thing now, Papa is so can. Didn't you baby ni say a best ice for more best for a detainees now 41,000 best. So imagine every day, tell me every day ice chini per thousand for 2 months, 60,000 people on a year anymore. On better heifer, SS 20,000 or ever no more. Intimi ice for no omuntimi and continue more 41,000 best pet and ice for no war for detainees and a federal law no so HMA ice if way muntimi detainee will be indefinitely o somebody the pakono shamo honom sa there be maybe any honom sa. So it looks like Trump ne deportation hon sense no I hit rock and I say ya to assume you need say a bit more to for even 3 months and I wouldn't be surprised by let's say the next 2 months you February probably let me say May a back from and say ice omuntimi no omuntimi cry. This sounds like good news to young Ghana for US mind more danger nipa no nya opportunity ko share US eja oya la kakra obitima bo na busuafo eden any a catch and release and the cost of US is answer ice for almost space sha omo best extra to mu jaiman for gum no mu chiremu a omu jaiman for there minimum they will still monitor them with ankle monitors and also be calling them probably visit them. I think even if that's the case yeah since they be deport to am about crew so the ankle monitor beto na ya na say bi kwa na e be from phone so when we show here so when you an kwese baby now when your opportunity to go and work as usual there is okay than being deported back to your country. No, I think it's good news to Ghanaians and I'm a boy. Bring your comments under the video. Now Accra. There's a new reporter about Bonti. You see Accra, the city of Accra. Accra. I cry. You see cities in what Africa see. Accra. And it also the most expensive place. Especially so person rented there Accra. And it also number 1. Lagos. Hey, you're listening. Number 1. Lagos. And I'm say in the 2nd and 3rd and 4th place, Cape Town, that's South Africa, Addis Ababa, and just Ethiopia, and Dar es Salaam, Accra, and also number 5. Easy. Maintain some amount for Kafa this particular report.
Yamfa about 120 and Yamfa Bibi Antoncha Yato Abawi ba boys brew krum ha. Weekendi me imagine say me kope a dine single room self-contained. Oh, na single room self-contained na make up no. Ebie mani wo niema bebree ho. Minim dear, but niema get it very, very worrying. Niema get it very worrying.
Rent dear.
Say, niema nipa de to aba okrum ha no am say ba ko pay rent. Say yang hwe ho asem anka ebedru baabi no. Ye be price yen crofo a omo epe baabi ada out of the market. Say young people, they are pushing us to teach amante. Is a wom kwani ekwo achi. Ena sabi omo free oman foforo so aba. Ene omo ye adwuma sika ba omo nsam ntentem bia. Untumi nye sa adwuma ne bi no. Omo na eba krum.
And then since I heard the city of Accra, the number of Nigerians are almost apartment, expensive ones, the cleanest of apartments now. You'll be shocked. Is that so? And in yes, the ordinary Ghanaians now, they are living the comfortable life. The word D. Nasadik Adams Erkane. Is there a Ghana for now because of a dining board? Didn't you know? Be brainy from Chrome. Renting. Mo live luxurious life in Accra. Come off work. I say Accra phone to me. Renting, rent there. The board. Tinning.
E ma to me boabo musika nyina no obeye national service. No de 100 million 10,000 or the akwaje dan afi mienu.
Afi bako.
100
ne de afi bako.
Na say ye kone sa de bede na ye. Until weekend, me and my drinker me pay down ye kosi sano. What I did was that me friend open biwo works and housing. Now I think that there is something that we have to critically look at. And then want someone ye damn young people no say a bit da kiosum. So population census say you know 2021 year. Nipa omuda kiosum e wo krum ha. Omoda container houses 11%. Container houses, wooden structures become 18%.
I'm for better kiosk. Listen, say in Accra now, open say we live comfortably. Pa say be fun say chamber and hall. Let's say 2-bedroom. And all kind in a year. When ya also would ya be 10,000 TTC no 100 million to 30,000, 300 million. Imagine the panel born in brain the whole from January to December. So if I say 200 million unya, 300 million unya, not their common figure. That is what is happening in Accra. Anything you see the whole of Africa report Abe say Accra ne toso 5. A BT Abidjan. Just say a BT Yamoussoukro, a BT Lome, just say a time board 10 year, a BT Abuja.
Amount for muda contain them, but omaya an average salary around 2,800, 3,000 cedis.
Average
1,000. No, what may say average. Omo sectors jumano. Average what they find is 2,800 per statistics no. Mamenya ne 3,000. Bosume wakati ya 3,000. Amount for aketua emu 70% equal rent. Ebi 60% equal rent. Bosumi bi ade obeje no emu half equal rent. Onyanhwe nema de onwo ya onyanto aduane ka asem mai nsuo ma bibia mai nti saving de yi free wadwin. Sauti wakatua na emu 20% equal rent. I say untumi mo bra we ase.
It's seba rent there, me sure say the youth they don't care about politics, whether it is MPP or NDC or this or that. They don't care. When you ask the youth, especially Accra now, say rent board thing, regardless of the political party or what. Rent the board demano. Every year, it's ni say bia. There's a new change, and I said the new government, obey bibiafa. Now this particular rent issue is a work there. And what do you know? The whole of Africa, Accra and also 5. Rent issues, the most expensive places. Hey, Eddie. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Mr. Also subscribe here. We are now the comments about a video. That's it. Thanks for watching.